All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is the High-5 After Dark podcast. I'm the host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and we are going to rock and roll with some awesome products, as always. Today, we are going to be diving in, and we have a lovely topic. Today, I was thinking of something all day. I want to talk about your favorite memories from the black market. And this is a very interesting topic because I had a customer come in today, and I'll dive into this a little bit later. But I had a customer come in today telling me that he basically misses the black market and that, there's so many rules and regulations and limits now that he would, sometimes prefer to go back to where he once was. And I got some choice words. I had some choice words for him, but I could see where he was coming from for sure. But welcome, everyone, all of my peoples. Miss Wendy, we got Z, we got Brogress in here. Let's dive in, and I'll start with you, Brogress. What are we trying today?
Yeah, I would say a Boggy Boon strain called, come on, focus. I guess it's not focus.
What's this?
Passion Punch. I tried to do some research online, and I found like two areas. It says pretty much like one is like for sure cross, and the other is like an unknown cross.
Okay.
Whoa. Smells like fruity, stinky feet.
Z knows we love that.
Fruity, stinky feet for the win.
For the win, for the win, it's for the win. Okay, fruity, sticky feet. What is it looking like? Boggy Boon, okay, texture-wise, what is that feeling like? What are you getting out of this? Boggy Boon's been doing some wonderful, wonderful grows. I remember, if I recall correctly, 4 episodes ago, I was smoking on the Boggy Boon Super Lemon Haze. Even that more stringy sativa was growing quite well, really sticky.
Yeah, it's tons of trichomes, covered in trichomes.
Okay.
What's the moisture content like, Brian?
I think it's perfect.
Nice.
It's like it's breaking apart, but still it's not crumbling.
Does it have some bounce back when you squeeze it?
Not so much.
Okay. But it's not squished after you squeeze it, is it?
A little bit.
Okay, it might be a little wet, not the end of the world, but it might be just a little wet. Okay, a good rule of thumb for all the people that are watching: if you are to try and gauge just how dry your flower is or how wet, if you take it and you just give it a squeeze, it should bounce back. It shouldn't stay flat like a little sand ball. You know what I mean? Like that's too much moisture, and it shouldn't just and go into dust and all over the place. That's a very, very dry bud, you know what I mean? But yeah, I see what you mean. It's sticky, but it's a little wet, and that's fine.
Yeah,
and if anyone out there buys a very, very large quantity and it's a little bit wet just like that, you throw it in a brown paper bag for about maybe 4 or 5 hours, and it'll literally be perfect. It's very rare that there's bud that hits the shelf at our shelves that's so wet to the point that it can't be fixed in a very, very short amount of time. But okay, and you think that smell so far is tickling your fancy?
Yeah, it's definitely a sweet, stinky foot.
Okay, sweet, stinky foot. Okay, all right. And then and let me know how that breaks up for you, Brogress. Miss Wendy, what are we doing? We're doing the dabby.
I am going to dab some the pineapple Mia Terp dough from SVIN.
Okay.
And I've been actually dabbing on this for 2 days now. It comes in a little ball. It looks like a ball of cookie dough.
Wow.
And so it's broken up, and there's about half of it left.
Okay.
But I've got some there, and with my pearls.
Gotcha. Okay. And so far, do you think that the Terp dough consistency, because that's such a particular consistency, do you prefer something like this? I see a lot of customers come in and all they want is the more saucy, kind of more, how should I say, more like rocks and sauce. That's usually way more sought out and sought after. Do you think that this is something that would be something up your alley or nah? What do you think? Or what do
It's
you?
not
What is
my
your
favorite
experience?
consistency.
Okay.
It's not my favorite consistency, but I did pick it because it's listed at like 5 point something percent terps,
Okay.
which out of the jar, you can definitely smell those terps.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. I like
Nice,
that. Okay.
nice fruity pineapple smell.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So I'm
Well,
gonna find my torch.
definitely. Yeah. Get it going. And for those, when we say percent wise and 5% terps, that's referring to the amount of terpenes that have been tested for that concentrate. And terpenes, of course, the essential oils, which give flower some of its flavor as well as the smell. And those things can be almost directly correlated to most of the experience and desired effects. Okay. And then Z, we've got you down there, Jay. What you smoking on out that bowl, Jay?
I'm smoking on the grape cheese.
Mmm.
From Pano.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
It's got the buds are beautiful.
And yeah, it is. That does look really nice. Look at that. Bounce back, lovely. Mm-hmm.
Yep, very dense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a cross of UK cheese and grape stomper.
Okay.
I definitely get the cheese notes out of it. Maybe a little
Okay.
bit of lavender, a little bit of pine. This is one of my
Okay.
favorite Pano strains. I like it usually has a really nice cheese kind of body buzz to it.
Absolutely. And you were very, very excited about this, as you guys just heard Z say. This is definitely one of his favorites. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited that he's excited, and I can't wait to hear his review on that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And then last,
And we got some nice white ash going right now too.
Right off the bat too, and Pono pesticide free as well. Gotta love it. Yes. Okay, lovely. And then next, I'm joining the Wendy train. We've got SVIN, and today, and SVIN, very, very noticeable brand. They've always got the flying pig on there. Shout out! I love this graphic design, by the way. This is great. This pig is high as a kite, or he's flying high as a kite. We've got the this is the birthday cake, and birthday cake is a cross of cherry pie and wedding cake. So I like both of those strains. So I was very excited to see what this is talking about. And as I was in the shelf and I could smell this one through the tub, it is so cheesy. Like, fires already. I've got it out of my hand, right? I've got it out of my hand here. It is so cheesy and just rock hard dense.
Ooh,
like
nice.
Dude, I can't even squeeze it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest and I can't squeeze it. But it's resinous. This is more cheesy. Ready for those who've been following? This is 5 times more cheesy than the mac and cheese. And this is 3 times from Mount Baker. And this is 3 times more cheesy than the peaches and cream from Burnwell. Now,
but it's none more cheesy than that.
It might be, Jay, because check this out.
No way.
No, check this out, Jay. Jay.
Jay. No way, Jay. No way.
No. Check this out. Check this out. It's very blue cheesy. And when I say blue cheese, I'm referring to the strain. And blue cheese is a lovely indica from crossing blue, I want to say UK cheese and blueberry or something like that. But anyways, it has a very potato forward smell. It's potatoes and tangerine rinds. That's the way I describe blue cheese, the strain. Doesn't really smell super skunky or funky like gorgonzola or anything like that. It's way more of a lighter cheese kind of smell with some potato and tangerine offset. But this, on the other hand, is a little bit more poopy. It's got a little bit of like that like dog poop tendency in the backdrop. Exactly. Now, with that all being said, of course, as we are here at this point in time, we know it's easier to shop smarter and not harder for ourselves. This is a smell I am thoroughly familiar with and that I usually enjoy. So I'm becoming even more excited because now that I've opened this and I'm getting the full aroma and I'm about to grind it up and see if any more comes out, I'm well aware that blue cheese is the definition of a pajama party high. It's going to be lovely, fantastic, happy. I'm going to smile. And yeah, I'm going to be super subdued and very relaxed. And I should spark up a lovely appetite. Now, as you say this, you say, Malcolm, how in the world can you know what to expect from this strain, even when you haven't tried it yet? And that, my friends, is due to the terpene profile. I understand how these terpenes affect myself. Me and you and you and you are all very different. We all have different endocannabinoid systems. And it's all about trying things and then understanding how those terpene profiles affect you. It's a spectrum theory. It won't always be exactly spot on, but you will hit somewhere in that spectrum for you. You know what I mean? I know this smell makes me feel this certain type of way. Brian could smell this and he could have a completely different experience, but he can count on that experience the next time he tries it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all about shopping smarter for yourself and not harder for yourself. But I'm going to roll this up first. And with that being said, Brogress, I see you've got yours rolled up. How is that treating you so far? Is the flavor correlating with the smell?
It definitely is. When I did a dry puff on the bud, it tasted definitely more of that like purple punch side to it that it made in it.
Okay.
Kind of loses the skunkiness to it. Like when I'm inhaling the burnt bud, it's definitely more on the punchy side.
Okay. 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 And remind the people, this is Boggy Boon. What was that strain again, Jay?
Passion punch.
Passion punch. Okay. And the cross on that is purple punch and passion guava?
I couldn't really find
Dutch passion.
Dutch passion. Okay.
Yeah. Dutch passion and yeah, exactly.
Got you. Okay.
I picked up an eighth of it.
Ooh. Okay.
How fruity is it? How fruity is it?
Scale of 1 to 10.
You know, the fruity notes are there, but I would still say, I don't know, it's middle ground, about 5. It's like also equally like cushy too, earthy.
Huh.
Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm excited to see. So as you are smoking this and you get the first onsets, what are you feeling so far? What's the overall rhythm so far? Or is it too early to detect?
A little early right now, but I'm definitely feeling an indica high approaching.
Ooh, okay. An indica high coming soon to a body near you.
Right.
Okay. Okay, nice. All right. And then Brogress. So quick question. When it comes to the black market, what would you say one thing you miss about the actual black market is?
Coming from Ohio, nothing. I don't miss anything about it. Sometimes I had to front my money and wait like several days to get that, and sometimes it was several $100s. Oh
my goodness. Brian, I don't know if that was Ohio or the people you was dealing with, because
hey, it worked. I mean, I never got shorted money. I can say this one time, this one guy I was actually in Boy Scouts with prior, and then I found out he had some bud, and we like exchanged a couple times, and then this one time he like for some reason like we always met at his house or in his basement or something. This one time he's like, "Yo, meet me out back of the strip mall up on State Road." Right. So I meet him there, and he's like in his van. I'm in a car, so I'm like looking up at his van, and he's like, "All right, man, it'll be $20 or $30, whatever it was." So I give him the money, and then he gives me the bud, and he goes, "All right, see ya," and then dips. And then I look down, and it was literally brown.
Yeah.
Like when some people say brown frown, no, this was legitimately not good. And then I never saw the guy again. I never saw him again.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. Okay.
Me and my dude tried to roll like one blunt or like one joint, and we took like a couple hits, and we just threw the whole thing away.
Wow. Shit. The disappointment. The disappointment.
I was like,
Okay.
we were in Boy Scouts together.
He did you dirty. He did you
Oh, yeah.
dirty. He did you dirty. Okay, now
That's
just
against the code, isn't it?
right?
Like a Boy Scout is trustworthy and honest. Yeah.
This is okay. Now I will definitely say that the pro to that story is that now you can go in there. It's visual. In certain states, you can go in there, you can see it, and you can smell it. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with, you know, a drop off and runaway. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's something that I think a lot of people overlook. We're incredibly spoiled. So when we come in and we don't have, you know, the exact strain you're looking for, people are like, oh my God, they're up in arms. Some people are so up in arms. And then I look back and it's like, but I remember when we didn't even have name, you know what I mean? We didn't know what we were getting. And that's a prime example. He wasn't like, hey, Bo, I got some X, Y, and Z. It's an indica dominant hybrid. No, he was like, it's going to be this much and you're going to get it and I'm going to run away. So I definitely, I love that story and I can relate to that because I can't say that's happened to me too many times, but I've definitely had some fishy experiences similar to that. Okay, but now, Miss Wendy, what are you thinking so far? Did we get a chance to dab that yet?
Yeah, I did. It's really relaxing. It's helped with my pain.
Now,
Feeling a
where were
little
you feeling
loose.
pain?
Oh, I feel pain everywhere all the time. No, mostly like, mostly in my back, down into my hips. But it's desensitized me to that pain. It hasn't taken it away, but I notice it much less.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Quality of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you say that the SVIN terp dough, does a flavor correlate with that pineapple smell you were smelling? Or no, you're like, it's way more gassy now. What do you think?
Smoking it, and I took it a little hotter than I usually do because I wanted a little bigger hit, but it didn't really have much flavor to it at all.
Okay.
Next time I hit it, I will hit it at a much lower temp to see what flavor comes through.
Do you think you prefer the terp dough texture in a high temp dab or a low temp dab? Do you think that the texture makes a difference when it comes to high temp versus low temp dabbing, and the texture of your concentrate? What do you think?
I don't know because I so very rarely take high temp tabs.
Right.
That's really unusual. And usually when I do, I end up getting so extremely high that I can't remember.
Okay.
That's why I'm terrible at this. I can't remember anything. But it's definitely indica heavy. And I'm digging it.
Okay. Now, Miss Wendy, what would you say is one thing you miss about pre-legalization?
Oh, one thing that comes to mind back in the day when I was in my 20s, and I lived with my best friend, and she was friends with a grower. And every time he harvested, he would bring us like 8 giant garbage bags full of stem and trim and little popcorn buds.
Okay.
And most of it was still on the stem. So we'd finish drying it. We'd pick through all of it for all the little nugs, separate out the leaf. And there was weed everywhere in this apartment. And we'd make brownies with the shake, and we'd smoked all the bud, and it was good because, you know, things weren't regulated. You could get, if you knew the right people, you could get stuff for free all the time. This is far, far more regulated. I mean, that doesn't mean bartenders don't get samples, but
Right.
not eight
It's not
giant garbage bags full of smokable weed.
We wish, but
I'll have to find the pictures of our apartment back then and show you because it's hilarious.
Okay, definitely. All right, that's a very good story, and I gotta say that is something I would miss. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got to live and be a part of that. Because there are some people that may never live to see a day like, you know what I mean? They might not live that experience out any longer, which is interesting. Okay, and then okay, so Z, we're on to you, Jay. What did we think so far about that? What did we like about that so far, Jay?
Let's see. I'm starting to get some feel like in the back of my head and down the back right here. It's chill. It's euphoric. It's pretty happy too.
Okay. Okay. More relaxing or sedative?
More relaxing. It's not too sedative. It's like just like being kind of in a good puffy cloud of a body buzz.
Nice. Okay. And remind the people what that strain was one more time.
It is grape cheese from Pano.
From Pano. Okay. Now, flavor wise, are you getting anything cheesy? Do you get anything grapey?
I don't get a lot of grape when I smell it in flower, but when I smoke it, I taste more grape. When I smell it, it smells more cheesy.
Okay. Now, I'm about to dive into something I'm very passionate about in regards to Yuzi. When cannabis is referred to as grape, do you think they're referring to the artificial flavor of grape or the actual flavor of grape?
Ooh,
what do you think
question
that most companies are referring to? Because grapes don't taste like artificial grape at all, especially green grapes. Green grape tastes more like an apple than an actual artificial grape. And red grapes, I don't know what they taste like because red grapes taste like crap. But and anybody else out there who likes red grapes can fight me. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like those don't taste like artificial grape either. So what are they? Because check this out. It's more likely to me that cannabis tastes like a real grape than a artificial grape flavor. You see what I'm saying? But
I guess it depends on the
time
weed.
you had a grape. Like I've never had a like. When's the last time I've had a grape? I don't think people. I don't know. I was
Like
about
a
to say, I
super
don't think-
grape strain, like a super grape strain, like Grape Ape or something.
I mean, not even that gives me artificial grape.
Yeah, not really.
You know what I mean? That's a strong flavor. Artificial grape is like sour, super, super, super sweet, and like full body. You know what I mean? It's hard to nail artificial grape. You're got a better off chance saying it's real grape. You know what I mean? I think that's, you know, just a little something I thought of. But okay.
I get a little like menthol and lavender out of this, which
nice. Okay.
almost
I
that
love
grape.
that it has. I love that it has lavender. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Now I will definitely say, so far I'm halfway. This birthday cake is champ. It is so champ. It burns very, very well. The flavor on it is quite unique. It's actually the cheese translates in a nice skunk flavor, which I'm loving. And there's a backdrop of vanilla. Believe it or not, there's a nice little backdrop of vanilla. And it's unexpected, but once again, it's a birthday cake. So I get it. I get it. I get how you could call this birthday cake. 1,000,000,000%. But yeah, the blue cheese, the fact that it translates from a blue cheese aroma, so dry potatoes and tangerine rinds with a little bit of funk and dog poop, that translates to vanilla and awesomeness in flavor, only Mary Jane. It could only be Mary Jane. A lovely rendition, and white ashes to boast. You know what I mean? This is lovely from SVIN. You've done a wonderful, wonderful job. I would buy this. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping to the end. I would buy this again, 9 billion%. And when I say 9 billion%, Malcolm King really means it. But yeah, I wanted to now pose a question to you, Z. Now, in the realm of the, and I'm super sedated. I'm not ready to go to sleep, but I'm super sedated. Z, and I'm super social. I could definitely give a speech right now, tell somebody about themselves. No, I'm kidding. So Z,
Let me tell you about yourself.
So, no, I'm kidding. I think I found my new gig. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Z, but I feel quick mentally as well. I'm ready to like engage and like counteract. Like I feel like I could answer every single person if they wanted to talk right now. Shout out to Blue Cheese. That's one of my favorite strains. Or Birthday Cake from SVIN. But you see, that's why names don't matter. This is why terpenes matter. This is why terpenes are important. There's so many names. You'll get so confused. But anyways, Z, in the realm of the now legal industry, what are some things you love about it being legal, besides the fact that we're not getting arrested anymore?
I like the variety. I like being able to go in and like just see all the variety and pick a little bit of like everything and all the fascinating new products you would have never thought of. Like, you know, back when I was in Boston in the 80s smoking brickweed.
Yeah.
Like cannabis coffee, you know, or like
drinks in general.
Drinks in general.
Yeah. Shoot, for some people, yeah, like cartridges. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a fellow East Coaster as well. When I moved out here, literally, and this was 5 years ago, it blew my mind. I was like, oh my goodness, they roll them for you. The concept of a pre-roll was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane to me. I was like, oh my goodness, like you know what I mean? Like,
well, I thought, how are they going to actually produce a lot of pre-rolls?
Oh my gosh, the technology that has been created since legalization for things like packaging and processing marijuana, it's not to mention the paraphernalia world.
Definitely. And this is, I want to put this in here really quickly just for Brogress and to piggyback off of what Wendy said. The advancements they made in technology. There are machines that have slots that you place hundreds of hundreds of cones. So like joints, they're cones. They cone them and they sit them into these slots and it vibrates and they pour weed over it. Like that's a mass production at its finest. You know what I mean? Just like a food packaging line. They're just doing it with pre-rolls. And then that was, like I said, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I witnessed that and I was like, wow. Like, it's the little things, but you don't think it's possible when next door state is like non-existent. You know what I mean? Literally the next door state, this is non-existent. And that's crazy. Some people are like, you know, they get a once in a lifetime experience, and we do this every day. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very crazy that it's not this accessible.
It's been fascinating watching this industry bloom out of nothing too. I mean, there was no model, there was nothing. It was just, and then all of a sudden there's all these businesses and there's businesses supporting the businesses now. It's like a whole industrial sector just popped up in like, 5-6 years.
Very much so. And I think of course the amount of revenue that we generate for the country, it definitely catches a lot of attention. And there's people who are involved in cannabis that really wouldn't have been otherwise, you know what I mean? But that brings businessmen and people who are very familiar with, navigating things like sponsorships and partnerships and chains. We see so many chains throughout the Pacific Northwest of these more monopolies that are starting to form. Even in California, big monopolies starting to form, you know what I mean? And they're going worldwide, you know what I'm saying? There's cookie stores in Spain. You know what I'm saying? There's cookie stores in London. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
All right, my cat's getting drunk, so we need a picture of my cat getting drunk.
Yes, I do need to see your cat getting drunk.
You see her?
Thank you.
Oh.
She's got her herb.
She's got her herb. She's chilling.
Right, she's chilling. She's
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm chilling.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Okay, so
Belly.
Grow Grass.
Belly,
What are we-
belly.
I love it. It's belly time. It's belly time.
She
Okay,
likes
Grow
to
Grass. I need to know, how is that high treating you? How has it progressed?
First off, I love red grapes.
Get out.
Me too.
Get out. you,
I think
I
we
can
can
all
take
get
him.
I like red grapes too, actually.
I think you're the enemy here, Malcolm.
You get out. You get out.
Red grapes are the
Okay.
shit, Malcolm. Do you not like them?
Like
More
all
red grapes
grapes.
for us.
Has anybody tried the new double cheesecake from Dessert Dabs yet?
No,
No.
does it
Yes.
taste like grapes?
I did.
How do you like
Actually.
it?
He said, do it taste like grapes. LOL.
Really great high, not as much flavor as the 2 times cheesecake. But it was a really great high from what I can recall.
Oh, what's up? We got Caitlin in here. We got Chuck in here. What's up with y'all? I'm sorry. Look, I didn't even see they popped in here. My bad. Yeah, big shout out.
Do you
to them.
think
Chuck,
the
what you-
price jump was worth it with the double cheesecake that just dropped? Because that's Malcolm. I almost contemplated not buying two. And then
She
I was
did.
like,
I
give
saw
me
it had
two.
like limited on it.
I don't know because I didn't buy it.
Mm.
I was smoking with someone else today who had it.
Oh,
So I'm not familiar with what the price points are. But from my experience today, which was a good experience, I still like the 2 times cheesecake better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely like the smell on the double cheesecake is crazy. Like it smells amazing. And it's not because I'm smoking out of a titanium nail, because I did dab the whole other gram off of a quartz nail. But it definitely wasn't as flavorful as some of the other ones. So I don't know. Don't call me crazy. It's
Okay. All right, hold on. We're gonna get this rocking. Chuck, what do we got you smoking on, my man? I see that joint. What is that? Is that a joint? Is that a blunt? What you smoking on?
it's a joint.
Okay. What we
It's
rocking with?
Maui Wowie from Buddy Boy.
No, I need to know. I need to know. Scale 1 through 10. Go.
I mean, it's got good texture for both joints and blunts. It's
Fire.
not super dry.
Fire.
There's not much of a noticeable smell upon the whole nug, but once you grind it up, it's really sweet smelling. And I'm alert. And I'm focused.
Okay, but you're look, it's sweet, you're alert, but you're chilling. That is Maui Wowie. You know what I'm saying? I can hear it in your voice. You know what I'm saying? You seem very chill at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't seem frenetic. You don't seem like you're antsy. You know what I'm saying? You coasting. You're not even looking at the screen when you was talking. You was chilling. You were playing your game. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Sure.
Because it looks, for everybody who is listening, the Maui Wowie from Buddy Boy. Buddy Boy's been knocking everything out of the park, and it looks insane. And the texture is perfect. And I'm like, that's next. But nevertheless, I saw your name on it as well, Chuck, on the show.
Yeah.
Chuck's got
I'm
it as
a
one of his
sucker for-
favorites right now.
I'm a sucker for land races.
Mhm. And for those who don't know, what's that land race, Chuck?
Strain of origin from place.
Yeah, for me personally, land races feel like more complete. I can't say stronger, but like more complete for sure.
I definitely feel they're more well-rounded. Everybody knows my favorite strain in the entire world, Hindu Kush, land race strain from the Hindus Mountain Valley. One of the original cannabis strains, one of the oldest cannabis strains that's known. But Douglas, I definitely hear you. super well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anything compares to it. And I guess it's just lack of genetic modification, and playing or genetic, what's it called? I guess I could say modification, but anyways, yeah, agree. Now, Chuck,
I like
how
the
does
whole
that,
I like the whole intellectual exercise of land race strains, just like they're the building blocks of everything else you see. Everything on the shelf
yeah,
came from those.
literally, a lot of intercross breeding for sure. Like every time, and sometimes it's easy to follow. I know the more we get into this, there's just going to be more and more and more strains, so it's going to get a little bit more difficult to keep up. But that's something I would say I'm scared about in the new realm of, you know, being on the post side of legal. Hard to have something I, you know, can get all the time, and like Hindu Kush. Like I don't get Hindu Kush as much as I would like to because there's so much other stuff. You know what I mean? And landrace strains, and then landrace strains in particular are starting to get pushed out. You know what I'm saying? You don't see too many landrace strains, and especially too many landrace strains done well. It's that part. You know what I'm saying? It's that part. So I think the better companies are trying to do these more exotic strains, and they're not wanting to do the traditional land race, you know, show that respect. You know what I'm saying? There's still people who are in it, you know, with that kind of vibe. But
I get into like terp obsessed phases. Like I had my terp obsessed phase with orange stuff. Now, like I'm obsessed with cheese. Like it'll be something else in another month or so.
Right. Yeah, I gotta say, I have my mood swings. We change. You know what I'm saying? Depending on our environments, depending on our lifestyle, we change. Okay. Now, guess what? We're at 40. It's time for a roundup. Brogress, I'm gonna start with you. Overall, what are we thinking on that bad, or how should I say, lovely strain? Scale of 1 through 10, would you buy it again?
Boggy Boon, Passion Punch. I give like the flavor definitely a 7. The high I'd give an 8. It's really relaxing, but I'm still like clear-minded and I can still be social. And usually I have to smoke. And when I review something for our Zoomcast here, I do like a pre-roll first, and like a bowl, and a bomb. But I really didn't need to smoke the bowl or the bomb.
So has it changed your impression of Boggy Boon?
Yeah. My first go with Boggy Boon, I didn't have a really good go, but this strain is definitely nice. I could say, I don't know if I call it sleepy, but it might be relaxing enough where I may fall asleep.
Maybe at 9 o'clock if your bedtime's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay. And you now, would you buy this again with all of the choices we have?
Well, right now with some choices in the case, I would say no, because there's some other ones that are just too good to pass up right now. But
Gelato 33. Gelato.
Right.
Gelato. 33.
Sometimes I like, you know, I don't mind giving a bud a 10, but I give it a 10 in the right situation. Like if someone came in wanting a really relaxing high, but not to really fall asleep quite yet, I would, you know, give this one a 10 for that reason. Like it's great for what it is then. For an all-around high, you know, I'd probably still stick around like, you know, 6 or 7. Yeah, but like, so that's my take on it.
Okay. Love it. Gotta love it. Okay, I do. All right. That's making me a little interested. I think I might have to jump on that and try that as well. Okay, Miss Wendy, what are we thinking? Scale of 1 through 10. Would you try this again?
I probably would, barring if there wasn't something that I haven't tried before. But I'm going to give it a solid 7. I am nice and high. The pineapple flavor did come through at the lower temp second dab I took. But it wasn't it's been kind of a slow downhill slope into extra gravity.
Okay. 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 All right. Now, would you say price tier accurate? Because that's a top shelf concentrate.
I'm not sure about that. It might be slightly overpriced. It's a little bit difficult of a texture to work with.
Grape cheese, scale of 1 through 10. Would we
Grape
try it again?
cheese. 9. I will try it again. I have tried it again.
Okay.
It's been about 6 months since I've gotten this strain, but it's one of my favorites. Nice body buzz, euphoric, happy. It's great when you want it. We almost always have it in stock.
Yeah, a major plus.
Yep. It's not gonna punch you in the head and knock you out, but it's a really nice euphoria. Good for like chilling out with friends, watching TV, that kind of shit.
Nice.
Stuff.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay, I love that. I love the recommendation. I love that. Heck yeah. All right, definitely. And then, Chuck, what would we say? Scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again? And do you think it's accurately priced here as well?
Yeah and yeah.
Lit. Would you? Okay, so ready? Best thing about the Maui Wowie, go. From Buddy Boy. Shout out to Buddy Boy.
The best thing about Maui Wowie?
Yeah, this batch.
Oh, this batch. I mean, it's solid. I got this little thing going on right here in the front. Yeah.
Nice cerebral. Okay, nice. Okay. I like that. I like the sounds of that, and I definitely love the looks of it. So I'm glad that you told me it was sweet, because that's what I'm all about. All right, Miss Caitlin, I saw you dabbing. What? Give us a quick. What was that? And then a scale of 1 through 10. Would you try that again?
It was the double cheesecake dessert dabs. I would give it. I'd probably give it flavor smell wise, because there's like 3 different things. Smell would probably be like a 10 out of 10. Pie would be a 7 out of 10. Flavor would be a 7 out of 10.
It's on the way.
Okay. And you would buy this again?
I definitely think it is overpriced. If it came in at a lower price, I would buy it again. But I did buy 2 of them, so
you did.
There is
true.
that.
You
Yeah,
did.
I did buy 2 of them, so there is that.
Okay, totally. All right.
And I'm on my 2nd gram. I finished the first one, so
It was.
yeah, it smells so good.
Gotcha.
Smells
Okay.
so good.
And it's the first thing that comes to mind when you smell that cheesecake?
No.
What is it?
Berries. Like I smell strawberries and blueberries.
Wow. Okay.
It's very, very berry.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Colby explained it as like when you open a pack of Kool-Aid and like you get that whiff of like Kool-Aid.
Berry, yeah.
It
Super
smells
berry.
like that. So
Okay. Wow. Okay, deal. Okay. I'm interested in that now. Okay. And then last but not least, we're definitely over time, but I promise I'm gonna be quick. I promise. Overall, we've got the birthday cake from SVIN. 10 out of 10, 1 billion%. This could be called anything. It could definitely be blue cheese as well. The hires are exactly the same. I feel super sedated, but I'm happy. I'm very, very happy, very easily engaged. I'm super social. I feel like I could give a public speech on anything. I could sell Lysol if I needed to right now. I feel really, really jubilant and just eager to do anything. I don't feel tired necessarily at all, but I definitely feel hungry, and I can feel it already. And I just ate, so that's the bad part. But this is definitely worth the run and definitely worth the go from SVIN. It is in the top shelf. They don't come in grams. I promise you, you'll wish you bought the quarter. They don't come in grams, but I promise you will wish you had bought the quarter. I promise. It's that good. Super, super nice. And like I said, aesthetic, and I said I was going to be short. Like I said, aesthetic and smell wise alone, stupid. Texture wise, ridiculous. Yeah, they're onto something. They, like I said, lovely, 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 lovely. All right, and yeah, I would say I'm done. I'm done. But it's that time. Everyone, we're gonna say our goodbyes. Thank you so much for coming in and tuning in with us. And we will see you next time. Beep.
Have a great night.